Hi boys and girls, welcome to Wonderful Wednesday. I thought for today that we would read The Smile That Went Around the World, because kindness is so contagious. So continue to be kind, even in the smallest ways. That's what this book is going to show. So let's take a look. I'll turn this around. Okay, The Smile That Went Around the World by Patrice Karst. This story is about a smile that went all the way around the world. Justin and his mother were on their way to a party. Justin had a big plate of cookies on his lap. Along the way, they passed a bike store, the park, and some people waiting for the bus. Then, at the next corner, Justin saw a group of people huddled in a doorway. They looked cold and sad. One of the men held a sign that said, "Please help. We are hungry." There's Justin and his mom. "Mommy, I wish we could give the cookies to those people. They are very hungry." His mother thought about it for a minute, then said, "You know, Justin, I think there will be enough food at the party. Yes, let's share the cookies." So she parked the car, walked over, and handed them the plate of cookies. Justin rolled down his window and yelled, You're going to like these! They're rainbow sprinkled, my favorite kind." This made Justin smile and feel good inside. When you do kind things, it makes you feel good, right? As Justin and his mom drove to the party, he felt so good that he waved and smiled at all the people driving along the road. They all smiled and waved back. Then, in a big blue car, Justin saw a man who looked very unhappy. Rupert Price was going to the airplane to catch a plane for a business trip to Hong Kong and was feeling very sad because he was leaving his family for 3 whole weeks. When Rupert Price saw Justin smiling and waving at him, that made him smile. By the time he got to the airport, he was feeling much better. Just a smile can do so much. Then, just as he got on the plane, he saw an old lady struggling with her luggage. Mrs. White was tired and alone, and a bit grumpy, too. She was having trouble placing her heavy bag in the overhead bin, and no one seemed to care. Then suddenly a nice young man with a smile jumped out of his seat and said, "I'll help you with that." It was Rupert Price. "Well, thank you ever so much," he said as they smiled at one another. "If there's anything else you need at all, ma'am, please tell me. I'll be sitting right across the aisle," Rupert said. During the flight, Mrs. White felt so relaxed she even closed her eyes, smiled, and started dreaming of all the exciting things she was about to see on her first trip to China. She also dreamed of the yummy Chinese food. So Rupert changed her attitude. Each day of her trip, Mrs. White met new people and talked with them about her long and wonderful life. 2 of the people she talked to were Michael and Jennifer Barton, who had just gotten married. Mrs. White noticed that they looked sad because they had a bunch of silly arguments. When the Bartons sat next to Mrs. White on the tour bus one day, she smiled and told them about her husband, Louis. "We were married for 51 years before he passed away last year, and we disagreed about things now and then, but we always gave each other a kiss and a smile after we talked about it." Michael and Jennifer Barton quietly looked at each other and smiled. It didn't take long for Justin's smile to spread faster and faster as it went to Rupert Price and Mrs. White and the Bartons and all the people that they all met after that. In fact, after the tour, everyone went home with a smile on their face. So it's just spreading and spreading. Now the smile started spreading from person to person in different countries. People were giving the smile to the next person, and then that person to the next, and so on and so on. It spread from people to their pets, who gave it to others just by wagging their tail or purring. The smile reached teachers and presidents and police officers. It went to old people, young people, and in-between people. It went to churches and temples and sick people in hospitals. It went to people in big buildings and people on small farms. To people who were rich and to people who were poor. It went to people who worked in the library, at the market, at the restaurant. It even went to an astronaut in outer space. Justin's smile spread around and around and around the world faster than you could ever imagine, until one day something very interesting happened. Uh-oh. Justin was playing on his new soccer team and not doing very well. He started feeling sad about himself, like he was clumsy and useless and not a very good player. Coach Martinez could see that Justin was unhappy. After the game, Coach smiled at Justin and asked if he would like to stay and work on his kicking. "Your mom said it would be okay if we stayed a little longer. Then I'll take you home." "Sure," said Justin. In a few moments, Justin was already kicking the ball better and told the coach he couldn't wait until the next game. On the way to Justin's house, Coach Martinez and Justin started talking about stuff they liked to do. Justin said he liked to ride his bike with his dad and shoot hoops with his mom. Then Justin asked the coach, "What do you like to do?" "I like to run, go to the beach with my family, and fly airplanes," Coach said. "Did you know that I'm a pilot and I fly planes all over the world?" Justin was amazed by this. "Wow, you really fly those big planes?" he asked. "Yes, and I also get to meet many people from many different countries. Just last week I flew to Hong Kong, and after we landed, a very nice old lady with a beautiful smile said that it was the best flight she had ever had. That made me smile and feel good inside." What Justin didn't realize was that that very same smile he felt inside from giving the cookies away had now come back to him. Oh, I think I missed a page here. Sorry, guys. You see, even though Justin never knew it, the smile that went around the world actually started in his very own heart. And he gave it to Rupert Price, who gave it to Mrs. White, who took it all the way to China and gave it to Coach Martinez, who flew it back home and gave it to Justin just when he needed it the most. You never really know how far your smile will go. When one comes your way, it may have traveled many thousands of miles and cheered millions of people along the way before it reached you. There is a smile on its way to you right now. A smile is what a happy heart looks like and doesn't need words to speak. It's a little bit of magic that is understood in every country of the world. Everyone has one, and everyone can give one, even babies, even pets. Perhaps the next smile you see went many, 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 many times around the world. But even more amazing than that, just think how far your smile will go. Do you think your smile can go around the world? I bet every smile goes around the world in its own way. Your smile travels, and you get the smile back to you in the end. So continue to smile. Continue to find happiness in even the smallest things. Because if you find happiness in even the smallest things and the smallest moments, that makes you smile. Or it makes your heart smile. And then it makes your face smile. And then you pass it on. So remember, smiling and happiness are contagious. So spread them. Ms. Farmer for Wonderful Wednesday. Pass your smiles along. I'll see you tomorrow for Thankful Thursday. Bye now.